Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about electrochemistry. Electrochemistry. Electrochemistry, it is the branch of physical chemistry. In this chapter, we learn about the difference between electrical energy convert into chemical energy and chemical energy convert into electrical energy. How chemical energy converts into electrical energy and how the electrical energy converts into chemical energy we learn in this chapter. So in electrochemistry, first the topics in electrochemistry are electrical conductivity, electrolysis and galvanic cells and Nernst equation. Next batteries and corrosion. These are the topics in electrochemistry. Okay. So in electrochemistry, first we are going to discuss about electrical conductivity. Electric conductivity means the electrical current flows through the metal without undergoing any physical change. Electric current flows through the solutions which undergoes physical change. So electrical conductivity, electric current or electric conductivity, the flow of current through the metals without undergoing any physical change in metals. Now flow of current through the solutions undergoes physical change. Undergoes here is physical and chemical change. Physical and chemical change. Here metals like carbon in graphite form, and alloys, even cadmium sulfide, copper sulfide, etc. does not undergoes any physical change. These are shows electric conductivity through it, and these are conductors. And flow of current through the solutions like strong acids, bases means alkaline, like alkaline, and salts, salt solutions, current is flows in its solution form. and in solution form these are undergoes some physical and chemical change. Due to in this flow of current to the solutions due to free of ions. Free of ions. Here flow of current through the metals are like carbon in graphite form, alloys, cadmium sulfide, copper sulfide in solid form due to free of electrons. Free of electrons. And both these are conductors. The solutions of salts, acids, bases, conductors, and metals like all metals, carbon in graphite form, alloys, cadmium sulfide, these are also conductors. Conductors means which conduct electricity or which allow current through it. Those are conductors. Insulators. Insulators means the compounds which does not allow current through it. Those are said to be insulators. The compounds are the substances which does not allow current through it. Those are insulators. Example for insulators like glass, wood, plastic, rubber, etc. Those are insulators. The solutions, even the solutions like urea, sugar, carboxylic acids are also non-conductors even in solution form. These are also acts as insulators. Insulators which does not allow current. Even glucose solution also. And depending on electric conductivity, the substances are divided into electrical conductivity. Substances are broadly divided into two types. That is electronic conductors, electrolytic conductors. Electronic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Electronic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Here, electronic conductors, these are conduct electricity due to free of electrons. These are conduct electricity due to free of electrons, and these are moving from negative end to positive end. Negative end to positive end. Here, electrolytic conductors. These are conductors of electricity due to free of ions. In solution. And these are moving towards oppositely charged. These are moving in opposite direction. Directions or opposite signs. Opposite signs means cations moves towards anion side, anions moves towards a cation end, or cations moves towards anodic end, anions are moves towards cationic end or cathode end, opposite ends. Next one. In electronic conductors, no matter change during the conductivity. Here matter undergoes physical and chemical change in the form of ions. Matter change in the form of ions. Matter change. Next one. Electronic conductors. In electronic conductors, temperature increases, conductivity decreases. In electrolytic conductors, temperature increases, conductivity increases. Next, concentration increases. Generally, in electronic conductors, concentration is not effect. No effect. Here, decrease in concentration, conductivity increases. And in electrolytic conductors, conductivity increases with increase in temperature and conductivity increases with decrease in concentration, or conductivity increases with increase in dilution for electrolytic conductors. Here electrolytic conductors are like salts, acids, bases. Salts, acids and bases acts as a electrolytic conductors. In electronic conductors are like all metals, carbon in graphite form, alloys, cadmium sulfide, copper sulfide, etc. are electronic conductors. Here conductivity power is high for electronic conductors. Here conductivity power is less. Here matter is not transferred, here matter is transferred. It is about electric conductivity. Electrolytic dissociation. Electrolytic dissociation. Like here, depending on conductivity, here conductivity is defined as the solutions which conduct electricity due to free of ions in its aqueous medium or in mole transform or in fused state. Those are conductors of electricity. The solutions which does not conduct electricity even in aqueous form, those are non-conductors of electricity. Like conductors of electricity in solution form is like salts, acids, bases, means alkaline solutions are conductors of electricity. They are conductors. The solutions of glucose, starch, non-conductors. Even cane sugar, urea, also non-conductors. Because of in their solution form also they are not conduct electricity through it. So the conductivity is depending on their dissociation. The conductivity is depending on their dissociation. The solution in which component is easily dissociated, its conductivity is more. Because of dissociation is more is nothing but more to move free of ions is more. Moving of free of ions is more easy to conduct electricity. That is depending on dissociation. An electrolyte decomposed into its ions by applying current, and they are in equilibrium with the compound. That is like AB is an electrolyte. The electrolyte which is decomposed into its ions like A plus and B minus ions, and these are in equilibrium with its electrolyte. And the dissociation of ions from its electrolyte is depending on, it is in the presence of an electric field. The process of splitting of ions into positive and negative charge is called decomposition or dissociation from its electrolyte or from its compound. It is expressed in terms of degree of dissociation. The degree of dissociation alpha is equal to number of moles of ions dissociate by number of moles of components taken. Number of moles of components taken, or number of moles of components taken are electrolytes. It is degree of dissociation alpha. Degree of dissociation alpha is equal to number of moles of dissociation. Number of moles of ions dissociated by number of moles of components taken or number of moles of electrolytes taken. Like it is the number of moles of electrolyte. These are ions. Here number of or number of moles of ions dissociation by total number of ions taken, total number of electrolytes taken is equal to degree of dissociation alpha. Here degree of dissociation is depends on degree of dissociation or dissociation of electrolyte is depends on three factors, that is nature of electrolyte taken and concentration and temperature. So nature of, first point is nature of compound taken. The compound which is said to be ionic, that is easily dissociated into its ions in its solution, in a suitable solution or in a polar solvent. So the ionic compounds are dissociated into its ions easily in solution, so they are good conductors of electricity. And at the same time, one more one is conductivity. Conductivity is depends on, like the compounds of weak electrolytes are strong electrolytes. If the compounds are strong acids and strong bases, their conduct electricity very high as compared to weak electrolytes. Due to strong electrolytes are easily dissociate into their ions in their solutions. Like strong acids and strong bases are easily dissociate into their ions in their suitable solution or suitable solvent. So they are good conductors of electricity. Here weak electrolytes are nothing but their conduct electricity is very slow due to its dissociation takes time. Next, temperature. As the temperature increases, conductivity of solutions increases due to dissociation is high, so conductivity increases. The conductivity of solutions increases with increase in temperature due to increase in dissociation. And the degree of dissociation constant K is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus of alpha. The conductancy constant K, or K is the equilibrium constant. K is equilibrium constant. Here C is equal to concentration of solutions. Alpha is equal to, already we know, degree of dissociation. So K is equal to C alpha squared by 1 minus alpha. The equilibrium constant K value is increases with the decrease in concentration of solution. And when electric field is applied, the ions are moved towards its oppositely charged ends and they are decomposed or deposited. And degree of dissociation increases with increase in temperature. Means alpha is directly proportional to temperature. Degree of dissociation is directly proportional to T. It is directly proportional to alpha is directly proportional to T. Means degree of dissociation is directly proportional to T, temperature. And theory of electrolytes or electric dissociation is applicable. It is applicable for weak electrolytes. Theory of electrolytes is applicable for weak electrolytes. Electrolytic conductance. Electrolytic conductance is depends on nature of electrolyte, conductancy and temperature. So electrolytic conductance is depends on conductancy. So conductance of an electrolyte is calculated from resistance. And electrolytic solutions obeys Ohm's law. Electrolytic solutions obeys Ohm's law. Next, A electrolytic conductancy of cell is taken from resistance. R. Resistance is defined as the length of any two oppositely charged poles and area across section of electrodes in 1 centimeter length is called resistance. So resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area across. And even R is equal to S into L by A, area. Here R is equal to resistance, S is equal to specific resistance, L is equal to length, A is equal to area across section. S is equal to specific resistance is also called resistivity, or it is also called resistivity. Units of resistivity, S units, centimeter inverse or meter inverse. Once cell constant is determined, then easy to measure the conductivity. K is equal to cell constant by R. It is equal to G star by R. Cell constant is G star, R is equal to resistance, and C is equal to 1 by R, or it is equal to 1 by S into 1 by L by A area, or C is equal to K into A by L, or K is equal to C into L by A. Here K is equal to specific conductance. Specific conductance. C is equal to cell constant. C is equal to cell constant. L is equal to length. A is equal to area across section. Here say K is equal to specific conductancy or conductancy. Specific conductancy is defined as it is the inverse of resistancy. It is the inverse of resistancy, or it is the reciprocal of specific resistancy.